You know, I was in the moment, so I understood everything that was going on. You know, there was some surprises, I can say that, but you know, me being in that moment. And
Terence Crawford finally broke his silence after the shocking incident, where he was held at gunpoint by police just hours after his victory parade in Omaha. The newly crowned undisputed super middleweight champion explained the situation and said he had enough video evidence to prove that the officers completely overreacted in what was otherwise a normal situation.
The seatbelt.
Don't step out.
I'm
And
opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
Yeah,
That was just crazy, Crawford said. I was the one driving, completely sober. We didn't have any problem with the stop itself, but pointing guns at us when we were cooperating, that made no sense. It's like they were trying to ruin our day for no reason.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, really.
You've never drank or smoked, right?
I don't do none of that.
That's crazy.
So I'm just real chill. Like,
Crawford added that he spoke with Omaha Mayor John Ewing, a former police officer, shortly after the incident. The police told him that an internal investigation would start right away. Because of this, Crawford decided not to release his video evidence publicly until the investigation is finished and justice is served.
38. Blessing. Hey, listen, I appreciate all y'all for coming out, celebrating with me, from the parade to the party.
We have video proof, but we'll wait until the investigation is done before we release it. Crawford said, there should be consequences for things like this. The only reason this is making headlines is because I'm famous. Regular people deal with this all the time, and nobody hears about it. After the interview, Crawford posted on Instagram for his birthday. They say 38 is old, but I tell them I'm aging like fine wine. Chapter 38 underway.
Other needs what they was doing. Crawford, like I'm saying, I mean, anybody that's being held and down and disrespected wants to prove everybody wrong. I mean, if you're a real champion, you know what I'm saying? And then they're holding it back from you. They're seemingly.
Interestingly, Crawford's head of security, Qasim Shahbaz, was also in the car and had even more to say about the event than Crawford. One cop came to my window, another went to Bud's side. Shahbaz said, I know how this goes. Omaha police said that when Crawford reached to grab his license and registration, an officer noticed a gun by his feet. They asked him to exit the car, which he did, and then handcuffed him while investigating. This was confirmed by Mayor Ewing. The 3 other passengers were also ordered out of the car at gunpoint and handcuffed. Police claimed they found 2 guns in the vehicle, but clarified that everyone involved was legally allowed to carry. However, Shahbaz disputed the police version, saying Crawford never reached for anything because he had already told the officers, no, I don't have it on me. I left everything at home.
I'm just saying, it's just like they doing Crawford like they did us the whole time. They don't want you to have nothing and they don't want to give you nothing. That's why they burned down Tulsa. That's why they burned down every other black community. They don't want you to have it and they don't want to give you nothing. They don't want to be with you and they don't want to see you flourish.
Shahbaz explained that both he and Crawford had legal firearms and told the police right away. Bud said, I have a firearm too. That's when the cop totally lost it, yelling, hands up, get out of the car, don't reach. But no one even touched a weapon. He said, everyone in that car thought they were going to die. Despite the situation, Crawford was charged with reckless driving, though Shahbaz insisted they were only pulled over for speeding.
Hey yo, that's embarrassing by Omaha law enforcement that you will arrest, held on gunpoint, Terence Crawford after having a parade in Omaha, after receiving the keys to the city? Huh? Hey yo, that cop gotta be some hater, bro. Hey yo, that's like.
Question the stop, asking the officer How do you know I was speeding if you didn't have radar? Shabazz added, we actually have video where the cop admits on camera that he didn't have radar. That's when Mayor Ewing got involved. My chief of staff, Tom Warren, and I both reached out to Mr. Crawford, and he agreed to an investigation, said Ewing.
Bud Crawford, the current 168-pound undisputed champion, being pulled over at Blick Point in his own city. Now, the police have said that this was reckless driving, something like that. The police chief done made a statement. The man, Terence Bud Crawford...
Mayor Ewing contacted Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, who approved an internal affairs investigation. We want the facts, no speculation. We'll be transparent with the community every step of the way, Ewing said. When asked for an interview, Omaha police declined and stood by their written statement. The investigation is still ongoing.
The NYPD holding Derek Jeter on gunpoint and arresting him after the Yankee championship parade in New York City, bro. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't even happen, bro. It wouldn't even happen. So this cop got to be some hater, bro. He must be hating on Terence Bud Crawford. Hopefully,
I understand how serious this is and how important trust is between law enforcement and our community, Ewing said. Chief Schmaderer has promised a full internal investigation, and I fully support it. We will get all the facts and be transparent. He added that the incident was a shocking end to an otherwise wonderful day, celebrating Omaha's boxing hero.
He is the pride of North Omaha, our hometown champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the pound-for-pound champ, Terence Bud Crawford!
Hey! I'm going to say that tonight. I'm going to say that for tonight. Yeah, for tonight.
This day should still be remembered as a good one for Omaha, Ewing continued. But we also need to get answers and make sure that every resident here feels safe and respected, no matter who they are. Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez made him the first male boxer to unify three-weight divisions. The city threw him a downtown parade and held a birthday celebration for his 38th.
Just reflecting on all my accomplishments at my mama house. That's where all my belts at.
However, things took a turn just hours later when police pulled Crawford over and ordered him out of his vehicle at gunpoint for alleged reckless driving. This came after a full day of celebrations for his win over Canelo Alvarez. He had proudly displayed his $188,000 gold ring belt during the parade.
Now I'll bring our mayor back up to present gifts.
I would like to have the honor of presenting you with the key to the city of Omaha.
Let's go, bud!
That belt, which Crawford keeps as a personal memento, represents the triumph in one of boxing's biggest fights. He had moved up to weight classes and dominated Canelo with speed, precision, and control. Big names like Claressa Shields, Shocker Stevenson, and his coaches were present. Even Eminem, though not there in person, sent a special video message.